vlog in Japan. This video is just going to be me talking a bit about my life, my trip, and there's a lot of feelings that I need to express. I think if I don't record it, I think it's still going to be very vague. We could say that my trip didn't go as I hope it would. So there's two reasons I came here. One is very personal, the second one is more related to work. And I'm guessing my expectations were a bit too high and I got too excited, probably. The fact that I didn't come up with a plan for the whole trip definitely affected my mood. Usually I like to keep myself busy, and not being able to do so and having so much on my mind kind of ruined the trip for me. I didn't feel like visiting that much. I already had plans, but due to some circumstances, I had to do a lot of last minute changes. And I think this put on a huge load of stress on myself. Especially being abroad is really hard when you're not surrounded by the people you know, when you're not surrounded by the people you cherish, the people you love. And being away makes me realize how presumptuous I was about coming to Japan for such a long time without any plan. It definitely didn't go as expected, for sure. But again, this time that I've been spending with my thoughts allowed me to be a little bit more conscious of a lot of aspects of my life. Being able to think about it is really a chance for me, especially at my age. A lot of things need to be taken into account when thinking about the future, and I guess I've been negligent. I haven't given much thought about the place where I want to be, the place where I could end up, what kind of career I could pursue. I've been changing my mind very often. My ideas and the concepts that I follow are ever changing, unfortunately. And speaking of ever changing, last year when I first came to Japan, I discovered that concept of wabi-sabi. Wabi-sabi is like a sort of vague concept that talks about imperfection and the beauty in imperfection. Rather than wanting a perfect life, for example, it is okay to have your struggles. It is what makes life beautiful and worth it. And I think everyone has to go through that. You cannot live a perfect life. You can't have the perfect route traced for you. The other concept in wabi-sabi is that nothing lasts forever. And this is also a beautiful aspect of life. Everything has to come to an end at some point. It's something really precious to look back on. I've been trying to do this, especially during these last few days, because a lot of things did not go as I wish it would have went. Unfortunately, there's nothing much I can do. So speaking of wabi-sabi, I want to kind of link it to Stoicism. So I've been reading this book and kind of rereading every now and then because I feel the concepts in this book are very important to me. The book is called Discourses and Selected Writings by Epictetus, and it kind of walks you through the path of Stoicism. I've realized that I still let a lot of things affect my emotions, affect my life. Yeah, I think a lot of these things affect my life a bit too much, and I think I end up feeling very lost, very unsure about what to do next, what the steps are, like how I'm supposed to recover from what happened. It's hard not to let yourself be affected by something you really care about. When something ends and it is out of your control, it would be better to let your emotions out of it and view what happened and keep the memories as something fortunate. Obviously, with time, everything will become clearer and we'll be able to move on from everything. But a part of me still wants to stay attached, staying involved, but sometimes it's really better to let go. And it's really confusing not knowing what to do. When it comes to my career, I feel like I have a lot of expectations from my family. I really want to be the person that I imagine myself being. I'm guessing that the pressure that I put on myself is what keeps me back from being able to make a decision. I can't let myself enjoy this much anymore. I think I need to spend a lot of time from now on to focus on myself again and not indulge myself in unnecessary things. I think I strayed away from the path that I wanted to follow, and I think I'm taking a big detour in my life right now. I can't help myself but think about living in Asia. Maybe I've been rushing being stable. Maybe I've been rushing trying to settle down. I might have been trying to compare myself too much. I wouldn't call it peer pressure, but I kind of feel this pressure as well. And I've been talking to someone who is concerned about the same things, and there is this disconnection ever since I came to Japan, and being able to sense it made me very unsure about my feelings, my thoughts, and my goals as well. I was trying not to show that I was this unsure about myself. I wanted to give that impression that I knew what I wanted. This feeling of disconnection really made me unsure about what to do from now on, how to keep on going on this foggy path. I know I shouldn't let it affect me too much, but reasons made it that it is really important to me, and I know I want to be better. I want to give this safe feeling. I want to be that person who can be supportive along this path. And unfortunately, there's a lot of things that are out of my control. I have tried my best to make things better, more comfortable, and less stressful, but there are still a lot of things that I cannot change on my own, and I think it requires a lot of time. Maybe I am kind of impatient and I want things to be not so uncertain, but I think the only thing I can do is wait and see. Maybe I will not be feeling the way that I am, and maybe there will be a sort of reconnection. I do not want to force changes. I don't think I can force changes. I don't have the capacity to change everything at will, and it's for my own good. And I don't want to give myself false hopes. I feel like I can't expect anything, and I shouldn't expect anything. I don't think I have anything more to say, aside from that perhaps this reconnection could happen, and hoping everything goes well when it comes to the goals, the career, the family. I really wish there was something I could do at the moment. Thank you for caring if you watch until the end. And you soon.